Hi there, signs of Gemini. This is Kim. Sorry your reading is taking so long. Had a lot of private readings, and anyway, that's my reason. So let's get into this. This is for your monthly for March for the sign of Gemini. And I'm using the Tarot of Oppositions, which I will just mention that gives you sometimes a little bit of a different spin on what the cards mean. Because of the pictures, they're just different. It's a little different. But I always take into account how I feel anyway. So Gemini. Let's get a Celtic cross pulled for Geminis. Whoa. Why is this coming up for everybody? Now maybe it's just been the last air signs and maybe a fire sign. So Gemini, Nine of Pentacles. And you see what I mean about this is like a little different. So instead of being a Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, it's going to have this shot. Whereas in comparison, the only thing that's a little different is, you know, the ivy's not alive, and this person, it's kind of like looking over their shoulder, not necessarily happy. So they maybe they're looking at this person like out of either spite or envy or something like that. Normally, I would say put in a little bit more effort. And then there you go. Increase your effort. You know, you've got something nice. Nice, Gemini. Okay. Well, might as well tackle it now, huh? Poof. He's out of that chair. Wow. Wow. Okay. What it feels like is like some kind of partnership that didn't work out, and when it stopped working out, all of a sudden things started doing better for you. And I don't think this person's happy about it. I don't think this person wants to do something alone by themselves. Of course, energies can be flip-flop, but you have an excellent reading. But I'm also getting a lot of that you're having an excellent reading because you're ready to embody this Empress energy by yourself. Like, if you have to, you'll do it by yourself. There even can be a kind of like, all right, so we're pulling out of this energy, but this is what you're feeling right now, the Five of Pentacles. It's absolutely the crowning energy, which you, I guess, don't see as this outcome, which is very, very successful, Knight of Pentacles. And it might be another, like an offer coming your way, but I just see it as the money is coming. If that is what you're worried about, or if... Yeah, okay, I'm not going to... So here's the challenge. The challenge lies within the Queen of Pentacles. And she is challenging the Chariot energy. So to get something moving in the right direction... You could feel like you've done a lot of this, dealt with these energies a lot on your own. The Queen of Pentacles can handle all roles. And does it kind of like an expert. doesn't want to fight. This energy doesn't want to fight. I feel like this is you. Not that you don't have your defenses up, because you could. With the Five of Swords, you've got you know, weapons. You've got a way to defend yourself. Everything starts to happen. Everything starts to take like this cycle. You're probably in the energy right now of the High Priestess, because this is the past energy and this is for March. So you could have some secrets. You could have some secrets. But you know you, and you know intuitively, it feels like what direction to go in. Even though somebody is ultimately going through some kind of financial or tangible worry, you know, a real worry here. Lots of good stuff coming, though. The worry is only coming from this Five of Pentacles energy that's like looming over us. But, you know, with this many fives, it's just headed for change, and it's headed for good change. Tell me what the High Priestess knows here, past energy. Unless this is a Pisces, that might be a Pisces. So, the High Priestess knows what emotions are kind of like getting in the way of seeing something clearly. If it's not emotions, it's like head is up in the clouds, not seeing things clearly. Could be for the reason of what is inside. Some people say, well, this is about having lots of options. Yes. But tell me about this Seven of Cups. Tell me more about that Seven of Cups. It's like, maybe you put a spell on somebody. It's like a spell, like a spell, like enchanting, seduction. Wish granted. So if you were alone, or felt like you were alone doing all of these roles by yourself, there is something about making room for a wish granted. Because the energy of this Cancer, this Chariot, wants to come in and get things moving in the right direction. So not only moving in the right direction, but gaining speed, gaining momentum. And I mean, with the hands like that, it's like a triumphant feeling that some kind of wish is being granted, a wish fulfillment here. Ace of Wands, maybe this is what your wish was about. This is about letting go of painful memories from the past. The Five of Cups in the reverse. The Ace of Wands, that is a new passionate beginning. It is at the heart of the matter. So it's something that you're passionate about, whether it's a new start in something. Sorry that I keep not meaning to touch that stand. Okay, maybe it'll stop. Yeah. So maybe you have called this in. I mean, our career, you know, we do things that hopefully we do things we're passionate about. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands. So, well, like I said, there's a feeling of some energies that just didn't work out, that didn't build. Maybe even friends that weren't there for you, or that just weren't, you know, you could say these weren't real friends. These were an influence to be with your shadow side, which kind of leaves you in a state of conflict and turmoil. So don't listen to this group. And at the heart of the matter, there needs to be different influences. Because this can indicate that somebody is gossiping. It can indicate that somebody is close to you that's not actually close to you. It can indicate a few different scenarios where somebody you're hanging around with that you're letting, I feel like, get really close to your heart, you need to watch for. So what's the Queen of Pentacles about? What's the Queen of Pentacles about as the challenge? Money. So I was going to say resources, but well, this is just a different way of saying that. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's the challenge is, can we get something new going? Can we get something going that's going to pay off high dividends? Can we make more money? And if you're in a situation where you're wanting people to be truthful, honest to you, and a good influence on you, then that would bring in that stability, rationality. It brings in like this stable, finances are good. It could provide that. You could have like small successes or wins. If the challenge is that, maybe the challenge is to get something going. And just finding the money opportunity, period. So that's why we need to take a look at this, because there is an opportunity within the Five of Pentacles always. When that shows up, you have this high contrast to use to tell your, to show yourself what you want, and life showing you what you want, what you don't want. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. The Hangman in a reverse. If there has been like a period where you felt like Spirit was testing you, maybe even your higher self, felt like the things were always testing you, that's the challenge more than anything, because it feels like you've come out of a situation where you did have to wait and just kind of hang around and had to have a different perspective or different view on things. And so when the Hangman is in reverse, it's like it's time to address what you're wanting to change, the changes that you're wanting to see. It's time to address, let's look more at the increase that we're wanting instead of the things that we don't have. Okay, Five of Swords. I'm going to put this over here and here. Tell me about this Five of Swords. And this might be your wish manifesting, because things are thought first. Tell me about the Five of Swords. Page of Swords, Four of Swords in the reverse. So there is some kind of internal conflicting stuff going on, because the Page of Swords in reverse, especially when I have the Ace of Swords in reverse too, and the Four of Swords in reverse, is stopping something from healing or getting better. It's something that's untrue, or it's a very big misunderstanding that could lead to conflict. So this needs to be given a rest. Rumors or talking bad about other, just for like, because there's something with this Three of Cups in the reverse that is tied to this. I know it is. So if things have gotten really bad and it just feels like you're always at conflict or always trying to get the truth, you just might have people like stoking the fire. You know what I mean? It's wanting to sit back and watch it. So it's time to change those things. Tell me about the Empress. Tell me about the Empress. This is usually your cornucopia. To move past a stalemate or a block. Healing some other issues with, or even, I could even say maybe healing mother issues. Can be very freeing to your energy. Can open room for more positive developments to happen. This is like futile fighting, I feel like. Not really getting anywhere. And the Two of Swords, that is a challenge as it is. Just to move past a stalemate or a block. Maybe even postponing something. So it feels like you've been postponing, making yourself free. Going inside the mind, like with this Hermit energy, finding out what is it that you would like to combine passion with finances, with stability, with all areas in life, and then go after. What is it you could free yourself from? And the Hermit really has to take a hard, long look at what the journey is like, what they're wanting it to be like, if it's matching up. And the Eight of Swords here is what you're thinking about. It's about getting free. It's about saying, look, I'm not responsible for whatever this is, or whatever this situation is. Like, you're responsible for you doing you. So that's what I think this Hermit is. We do have this strong Virgo influence here. Very strong Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but I feel like that just might be in your mind. Again, we started off this reading saying that there's a friend or someone who's kind of envious or jealous. They might not like act that to your face, but they do whenever your head is turned. That sounds horrible. So just be careful about that, because it feels like you have this energy of cornucopia that wants to be yours, and you can claim this energy, and somebody just might not like to see that you're succeeding really well, but you have all of the elements, and your ability to pull out of a hard time. Like, I feel like you've done a lot of thinking about it and had to really, work your own mind puzzles out, but on the surface it could look like something's just effortless for you, and that could kick in some kind of jealousy or envy. Sure, especially if somebody's going through something and they just don't know how to do whatever you did. All right, King of Wands. So this King of Wands is saying, keep it up. Keep it up. Fake it till you make it. That's what I'm getting. There's some relation. Okay, that's saying a few things to me. Few things are that there are some relationships that are just not going to work out. There are some relationships that are being built on a facade of, well, everything's fine, but it's not really fine. But this is like, hey, why don't you just fake it so you make it? And even knowing things aren't really working out at the moment, you have this other energy that's requiring you to get into the energy of, I'm a success. So believing that you're in the spot that you want, it's really crucial for it to come about. So what would you be doing? What would your behavior be? How would your hair look like every day if you were in a different position, in the exact position that you're dreaming of being in? Fake it till you make it. So this isn't always a good thing to see the King of Wands in the reverse, but it kind of is when I'm seeing this, because it's like, I wouldn't expect this to be in the upright, really. Because this is steady, this is slow, is steady wins the race, and it is progress. It's slow, but you're fine. Tell me more about this King of Wands, please. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. You need to do you. You have what looks like an unexpected offer coming in here with the Knight of Cups. You need to do you. The Queen of Cups is saying to definitely focus more here on how you can address giving yourself self-love and taking really good care of yourself. Then you would have something to offer. I feel like don't fall for the first offer. There may be lots of options, lots of choices, but you also might have some people that are like jealous of your success. And that might mean that you feel conflicted just even being around this person, because they're one way to your face and one way behind you, and you feel that energy, but sometimes we can't pinpoint it, but you feel the energy. That's there. There's some emotional manipulation too with this situation. So there's just a lot of different things going on. It's all kind of normal. You're going towards success. The Four of Wands, you're headed towards major. If you're trying to pull in some kind of major lifetime goal or achievement, something that you've completed on your own and maybe participated with others in the end, this is a commitment coming in that's going to reflect that. I think it is going to take you doing this work on yourself, maybe even spending some time alone, finding out what are the things that I've been avoiding and what are the things that some people have been saying that might not be true. And that's what I've got for you. Wow, this is a really long reading. Didn't mean to go that long. So that's what I've got for you, Gemini. Sending you light and love. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.